Hey, Scott.
What's going
And
on?
we're live.
Okay. Ready? Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Unlimited Profits Super Group, the Inspiration Nation team call for this week. I'm Kevin Morrell. I'd like to say hi to everybody, ladies and gentlemen, as Robert Sr. and Jr. would say. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself for a minute. Ever since Paul Koski got me in, I met Melody Jr. and Sr., and they have done so much for me, for inspiration, for just everything. I've changed my whole life around. I'm not making $1 million yet, but I plan to, with your help, if you could help and keep helping. Um, I have a lot to say, but I can't say too much because, like Melody said, we want to keep it short. But when I think about what I'm doing in my life, it's get up in the morning, watch some training, do what I'm doing, and I follow through my day with what these people are teaching us because it means so much. And I'm no spring chicken, so for me, it's learning a whole new life because I spent my whole life being in a ditch or on a machine and it wasn't too fun. So now what I'm doing is different, and the way I watch Junior and Senior and Melody and Paul helps me, Scott, everybody, every time I get on a meeting, it helps me so much. It's not even funny. So I'd like to say that there is a participation link if you want to get on, and you can see that we can only use 10 people at a time, so you have to count across the bottom, I guess. And if you see, because I've tried a couple times to get on and couldn't, but if you're done, then I guess you can get off so somebody else can participate. But anyways, today we got a special guest, and that special guest is Robert Hollis Jr. And I got to tell you, out of all the people in the world that I've learned from so far, I never thought it would be such a young guy who is so enthusiastic, makes me feel good every time I see his smile, watch his videos. Just, I'm smiling the whole time. He brings the baby on, I'm smiling. He's talking, I'm smiling, no matter what. And then as for Melody, I have to say I really appreciate everything you do for me, and I would say right now I would like to introduce the person who means very much to me. When I see her smile, it makes me smile. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Melody Ribo.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I know that was the first time that you got to host anything for us and getting out of your comfort zone. So I'm so proud of you, and it really means so much. All the nice things that you say to me, and you really, truly brighten each and every one of my days when I get to talk to you and spend time with you, and I'm so excited for your journey. Welcome,
Thank
everyone. I am so excited to have Inspiration Nation get together, and we get to do this every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific. If you're watching on the watch link, you'll see that there's a participation link down below in the comments. And in fact, Scott, can you post that for me right now? If you could, or somebody, Dina, maybe you could do that for me.
Sure,
Post it there. Okay, awesome. And we'll rotate people, so if you want to come on and participate, that would be great. Or when you're done here, you can go back to the watch link and watch there. It's so exciting that we have a special guest with us today. You know, somebody that, like Kevin was saying, is so much younger than I, but has got so much knowledge and so much wisdom and so many skills that I try to copy. And one of the greatest things is he's a direct duplicate of his father, who is our mentor and just really changing lives. And I just absolutely love that pay it forward mentality that Senior and Junior have. So without further ado, I want to just open the floor to Robert Hollis Jr., our subject today. And I'm going to share a video with you in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. I want to share a video with you about how bad you want success, to really make you think. And maybe, Junior, you can talk about maybe some of the things that you had to give up, you had to sacrifice to get the success, to make that $1 million yourself. So here's Hollis Jr.
Well, Melody, thank you so much for having me on today's team call, and Kevin, thank you so much for those kind words, man. That was awesome. You definitely made my day, and I appreciate every one of you. I know a lot of you saw I saw the text going up saying hi. So hi everybody out there. And yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I know Melody, she kind of just asked me to come on and that she was going to play a video, and I didn't really know what the topic was going to be. And it's funny because in my head what I thought of, what I should really convey to everybody kind of goes along exactly what she was talking about. And the two things that I really just want to touch base on, the first one I'm not going to go into too much depth because I actually posted a video today on my fan page about it. I'll be sharing it out to all the other groups as soon as we get off of here. And, it's just very simply just about having patience and, understanding, what it takes to create something great. I saw a quote out there a while ago, and it was so amazing, and it was reference to working out, and I'll go back to bring that subject back in a second, but you can create a whole new life in 9 months. And what it refers to is, like a baby. And, I made a video almost a year ago, and it was talking about having patience and, really what it takes. I know, some people on here aren't parents, but I'm sure you can understand that, something like that is so incredible, life-changing. It's a love that you've never felt before. But how many parents can relate with me is you got to have a little bit of patience to raise a child. And there's so many people that want like instant gratification. It's like, oh, hey, guess what? Me and my wife decided to have a kid, so I told her to hurry up and just get pregnant so we can start this. You know what I mean? Chop it up. What's taking you so long? And not only that, but the sacrifice that it takes to becoming a father, or a parent. You've got to now give up a lot of things. You've got to, put other people before you. And I'm sure each and every one of us know that there are people out there that just are not cut out to be parents. I know that sounds harsh, but, I'm 33, and it still blows me away that I have, multiple friends that are my age that have kids that are, newborns and a year old, 2 years old, sometimes even 5 years old, and they still haven't, in my mind, become parents yet. It's like, oh my gosh, this kid's a burden, and, oh, hey, I finally got to dump my kid off on my my parents so I could go out and party. And it's like most people, all they think about is themselves and how they can have fun in life, instead of understanding that you got to put something before you and sacrifice, and that's the only way that you're going to become a great parent. And of course, you can, understand where I'm going with that is being, having a child is just like having a business. Having a child is just like now having team members that you're responsible for. And, you got to understand how much patience it takes. Melody just was bringing it up, when we, before we started this, and a lot of people got on. And, it's also maybe even a question that I get sometimes, but people go, wow, I can't believe, Melody, wow, you've been working with Robert Hollis for 5 years now, and you finally just had success. What if we gave up on Melody? What if Melody gave up on us? What if Melody gave up on herself? See, it wasn't something that happened overnight, ladies and gentlemen. It's like having, a child, a baby, especially somebody who's new, to this profession. You really got to take the time to understand that it takes a while to grow. It's like my 1-year-old son right now. My fiance just came home from the party store. His birthday's, this month, and she bought these balls. And, and I was on the ground with him, and I rolled it to him, and it hit his feet, and he got excited and waved his hands. So I took it back and rolled it back to him, and he got excited and waved his hands and kicked a little bit, and the ball came back to me. And I was like, yay, Ryder! I didn't go, come on, dude, pick up the ball and play ball with me already. You're 1 year old. No, think about how many hours and hours and hours and hours I'm going to have to invest sitting on the floor with my son, pushing the ball over to him. And the one time he accidentally kicks it or pushes it, yeah, Ryder, woo! Not, hey, come on, you finally got it, geez. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. And of course, I'll go into that a little bit more in depth on my video that I posted. And, the next thing that I wanted to bring up is, like Melody said, is really how bad do you want this? Now, I know, and it's sometimes I believe it or not, is my fault, is my father's fault, Melody's fault, because she's such a great person, is sometimes bottom line, we just sugarcoat things. We're just too nice to people sometimes, I feel like. It's like, hey, everything's okay. You'll get this eventually. Just keep trying. I don't think in one video, and we won't play it right now because I know this is recorded, and I know, the culture we built is very much around family. There could be kids watching this. I don't know. But I strongly suggest everybody looking up Gary Vaynerchuk. And he's got a video of what the most important word. The most important word is hustle. And is it easy to make some extra money with unlimited profits? Yeah. It's funny because I hope nobody takes offense to this, but becoming the rank of diamond. Very simple. That's like a child taking his first step. I'm just being honest with everybody, and I hope nobody gets offended as I'm saying this, but I just want to be real with you guys. Is that okay? I was talking with a lady the other day, and it was funny because she's going, well, once again, going back to patience, I've been trying really hard, and, I got up to like $350 a month residual. I wish I was making more. And I said, wow, well, how many people are in your group? Well, including my personals and my check matches, 7. And I just started laughing. She goes, what's so funny? And I go, and you can honestly look me in the eyes on this hangout and tell me you're working hard? She goes, well, that's kind of rude. And I go, well, I'm sure you've heard my last company, I made over $1 million in commissions. And she goes, yeah, I've heard that. Do you realize that you need 70, not 7, 70 people in your group to make $350 a month? You have to build groups of thousands and thousands and thousands of people to be making, $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And when, so my point is that if you guys really want this, you just got to ask yourself, how bad do you want it, and are you willing to hustle? I really don't think people understands what it takes to make $10,000 a month at being an entrepreneur. I mean, you got to hustle. You got to sacrifice. You got to be willing to, work harder than whatever you think. If you've worked hard right now and it's one of your goals, like Kevin said, to become a millionaire, to make $10,000 a month, to quit your job, whatever you think is hard work, you just need to take that and times it by 10. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I just wanted to be real with you guys. Is it easy for some people on here to make an extra $500 a month? Yeah. And guys, how life-changing is that, really? I think it's kind of that cliche thing where it's like, oh, $500 a month. But guys, that's huge money. Like I always say in the overviews, what would you have to do at your current job to get a $500 a month raise? You know, what would that do for a family? That's incredible, incredible income. But I'm talking about people that really want to make this happen. You know, I can't tell you guys how many sleepless nights and how many times that I've got up when I didn't want to get up. I'm tired from the night before. I'm doing hangouts after hangouts, you know, jumping on the phone, you know, staying up and doing videos that I was supposed to do and adding people on Facebook. And, you know, it's dedication, sacrifice, like you're putting everything you got into this. You know, I see Doug's on here. He's been a coach, you know, you know, won a championship ring. And, you know, you got to look at, you know, the players that made it on the team, or even, you know, talking about weight loss if somebody wants to get in better shape. But, you know, look at those football players, Doug, and I know you've been on the sideline. How hard did they work? Like, kind of hard, like put some extra effort into it, like, yeah, this is something that I want to maybe do one day. It'd be awesome to win, you know, a Rose Bowl. That'd be great. No, these guys die for this. Their whole being, their whole life, their whole energy, they eat, sleep, think about it, dream about it. Their life is about it. That's the kind of dedication that you have to have, and the work ethic that you have to have. I think this whole word of hustle is very, very underrated. So, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to go off on anybody today because, you know, I need you all to understand that I'm all very, very, very proud of each and every one of you. You know, for everybody that is, you know, diamond and coming out of their comfort zone, guess what? There's people that, you know, never make a dime in network marketing. That's awesome. You know, for you to become a diamond and be in profit, and, you know, Kevin, for you to jump on and host your first call, and, you know, for, you know, Dina and Scott and, you know, all the other people that sacrificed. I'm proud of you guys. I'm not here to beat you guys up, but there's different levels to this game. You know, are you the person that is fine at where you're at and like participating? Because, you know, the interesting thing about the universe and business, God, where, you know, however you want to say it, is, you know, you're rewarded by dedication and sacrifice. You really, really are. You know, I have my video and I'll probably upload it. I don't know how many people have seen it, you know, but, you know, are you overwhelmed? Because I can tell each and every one of you right now, if you're not overwhelmed, you know, you're not hustling as hard as you should be. And if you are hustling as hard as you should be, when you get overwhelmed, what's funny about it is you have to figure out how to overcome that and get to the next level. You know, you talk to any, you know, person that's made $100,000 a year being an entrepreneur, made $1 million a year, and you want to talk to them about hustle. It's like, you know, that's like, you know, when I bring up like Kobe Bryant or, you know, LeBron James or some of these people that it's like 10, 12 hours a day, sacrifice, commitment. They want it so bad that they, you know, they'll do things they never thought they would do to get there. And once you have that pop, you'll know it. But I know each and every one of you, if you're not having the income, I'm sure, and guess what? I can agree. Hey, I'm here to tell all you guys, I haven't put as much work into this year that I should have. I feel like we did when we first started. We got a lot of momentum. We got people dedicated. We got those checks up. And I always talk about getting momentum. You go into coast mode. So I know personally I probably could have signed up 100 people personally, but I stopped at 30. Why? Probably the same reason why a lot of people are going, wow, I'd like to make extra money. I just don't know why I'm not putting in those hours. Like I said, there's different levels to it. So, you know, I'm, you know, I've seen Eric Worre put a video out about this. I love Gary Vaynerchuk's video. If you guys want to hit me up personally, I can send it to you, you know, because he's the kind of guy that makes millions and millions and millions of dollars a year, but he doesn't sugarcoat it and he doesn't care. See, me and my father have a style that we like in, you know, helping people, and we like to have a community. And guess what? I don't care, you know, I'm proud of each and every one of you. You're getting out of your comfort zone. If you're the person that's just a pro member and will be pro members for years because you like being a part of the community and you just want to work on yourself, that's awesome. I love you. I'm not here to beat anybody up. But I'm just tired of people that say, well, hey, listen, one day I'm going to make $1 million, and then you look at their work ethic and you know, I hate to say this, but you're never going to get there. Scott's laughing. I said I wasn't going to sugarcoat it. I saw a lot of people raise their hands saying they don't mind if I beat them up a little bit.
Hey, so, beat us up. Beat us up.
No, but hey, that, you know, I know I didn't want to go too long. I know Melody has some other things planned, you know, but, you know, even going back, I really wish some people could not only see the intensity of how hard entrepreneurs work. You know, you look at, you know, people on Shark Tank. You know, the people that, hey, you know, I mortgaged my house, I sold my house, I borrowed money from the bank, I borrowed money from my family, I invested $150,000 a year into this, I quit my job. You know, I'm almost on a brink of a divorce because my wife says I'm never around the family, but I want to make this work. And you can see the sharks and they go, okay, I'm in, I'm invested. You know, even think about what it takes just to start a traditional business. You guys don't realize how good we all have it. You know, the system with unlimited profits and how much, you know, is put there for you guys to be successful. I want you guys to think about for 1 second going out and starting your own business traditionally. You know, so I wish people understood that aspect. And also, you know, if you are a fan of sports, and I'm sure you guys can see this, is, you know, and I know Doug understands this, but to be able to sit sideline and just see what a practice is like, you know, for the Trojans. You know, just see what a practice is like for the Cavaliers now that they're going to be, you know, I don't even follow the, that's funny, I used to be a huge basketball fan, and I don't even know if they're winning right now or if they've already won. I don't think they have, but you know, that intensity, and I know, Doug, yeah, there you go. But, I mean, the guys that it's like, you know, you can see them, they're sweating, and you know, they're bleeding, their arms are shaking because they're overexerted. And it's like, listen, man, all we got to do is get one more touchdown. People screaming. That's the kind of hustle that you need to have. And, you know, because you can look at it any other way. You know, think about how many people grew up that said one day, not only do I want to be a football player, but I want to play for USC and one day be in the NBA or the NFL. You know, I know friends that's been saying for years that they just want to go to college there. Not even participate in being a football player. They just want to be accepted. I've got 3 friends that, you know, they went to college, they did their accolades, they're doing extracurricular activities, and they applied 3 times and got denied all 3. They can't even go to this school. And then you want to think about the intensity hustle the football players have. So, Doug, you know, I know you're nodding your head because every time you're going, wow, I wish I could make $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. I just want you to close your eyes and think about how bad those football players wanted it. So that's my part, guys, and I hope nobody got offended on this speech. I was just being real and honest with you guys. And, hey, nobody's perfect. I'm here to say, man, I know that I probably could have signed up 100 personal, but I didn't. But I've seen the intensity of my father pick up, and, you know, I know that we're a brand new company, and we wouldn't be where we're at without each and every one of you. You know, I've heard a lot of stories of people starting their own MLM companies, you know, affiliate marketing companies, just any business in period. You know, to think where we're at right now, 6 months in the game, is just mind-boggling. But I don't want you guys to get left behind. Because there's a lot of people that are watching us, and, you know, I'm personally going out recruiting, and I know my father is, and it's going to freak you guys out when you find somebody that has their back against the wall and they want to be successful and make money as bad as they want to save their children's lives, as bad as they want to breathe. You know, Melody had put me on a hangout with a guy yesterday. And he said, listen, I'm ready to go to work, and if you can do me a favor, I don't want anybody to know who I am. But, you know, as soon as I hit double black diamond, you know, at the end of the month, then you can post my photo up. People are going to go, what the heck? And didn't he say, Melody, listen, took me a while to figure out that this was what I wanted to do. but I wake up at 5 in the morning, I'm unlimited profits. I go to bed at 12 o'clock at night. It's hard for me to sleep because I'm thinking about all the people I didn't talk to that day. And I won't do anything but eat and sleep and do unlimited profits until I'm black diamond, and then you can tell people who I am. That's somebody who knows what hustle means. So with that said, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate and love each and every one of you. You know, this short little talk for everybody out there, you know, wasn't for the people that are looking to make some extra income. It wasn't for the people that are looking to do something to help their family. This talk was for the people that said, listen, I want to be a millionaire. I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to be the person that steps up and creates a legacy for my family. I want to be the person that, you know, puts unlimited profits on the map, the person that people talk about at events at GoPro. I'm that person, and if you are, you just need to think about what really hustle means and how hard you can actually work. So God bless you guys. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you guys all know that wherever your commitment level is, I love you all the same. You know, I know there's people that I consider family members that are probably listening to this that, you know, still haven't signed up any pros yet, but they're getting out of their comfort zone, and, you know, maybe that's all people need is they just want to be a part of a community. They want to better themselves. It's helping with their relationships. And, you know, I'm not here to beat people up like that, but, you know, we love each and every one of you, and maybe when your time is ready, we'll be here for you. But just know we're always a family. We're always here to help everybody. And thank you guys so much for the opportunity. I appreciate each and every one of you, truly, truly from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Doug. Back to you, Melody. I appreciate and love you. And yeah, even, you know, I'll ask you a question, Melody, because I can't tell you how proud I am of you. You know, when we first started working together, I remember you used to tell me that you were working hard and that you were trying hard, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I honestly believed it.
You guys hear that?
But I was not doing diamond making activities. I was not doing anything, the things that I should have been doing that were productive. I was busy, but I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing to work on me, to get me where I needed to be. And you're right, I did learn, and it's only because you and your father did not sugarcoat it with me, which I really, really appreciate that, because having a mentor is one thing, but having a mentor that will be honest with you is another. See, not when Robert didn't sugarcoat things with me, I was able to, yeah, maybe it hurt my feelings, maybe I got embarrassed, but it helped me grow. And that's what I'm looking for. And, you know, I'm sorry, and I know I've had conversations with several of you out there, too, that, you know, and I've been that person my whole life. I won't sugarcoat it. It's you really love people, and I want to be nice, and that's who I am. But I want to see everybody grow. I want to see everybody get better. And thank you so much, Robert, for being with us. I do have a question for you. Can you give me a couple of examples of what you've had to sacrifice? Let's not even go in the past with network marketing companies. Let's just talk about this year or in the last 6 months with unlimited profits. What did you sacrifice to get where you are now?
You know, and it's funny that you even asked this. When I was even talking about saying that, you know, hey, you know, some people just don't know, you know, why they're not doing it. And I'll be honest with you guys, you know, I'm getting ready to kick it back up. And, you know, when we did our first 60, 90-day launch, you guys, I was working in a garage. If you guys heard my story, you know, we were planning on moving to Arizona because we're traveling so much, and, you know, our goal was to move out here to be close to family. Well, you know, we put everything in a storage unit because we're pretty much traveling for almost, you know, 70 days straight. And then while I was traveling, my father said, listen, January 1st, we're launching unlimited profits. So I looked at Amy and I had a talk with her parents-in-law and said, I know the goal when we came back January from traveling, that we were gonna go find our own place. Do you mind if I stay here longer? Well, yeah, but we don't have an office for you to work out of. Great. I'll set up some cardboard boxes and I'll work out of the garage. Is that okay? I'll clean your whole garage so I can have an area to work out there. Yeah, I guess so. And I'm telling you guys, it was 12, sometimes 16 hours a day that I was on the phone doing hangouts, not spending time with the family, not spending time doing the things that I enjoyed to do. You know, Amy was actually giving me a hard time because she's going, wow, it's starting to get really nice outside. And you know, I think our newborn son has a more skin color than you do because you're in a garage all day. You don't even get any sunlight. You know, I didn't skate. I didn't exercise like I love to do, so I actually put on weight because that's how bad that I wanted it. Now, I know everything needs balance, guys, but me saying that story, why I didn't continue to do that is I think I've always got spurts because I know what it's going to take now. You know, I went from making $0 to $6,000 a month in residual income in 60 days. And then I coasted. Why? Because that's freaking hard work. I know what I got to do to get to now $12,000 a month, but it's like, oh, am I really ready to not see Amy and Ryder again anymore? Am I really ready to sit in this office 16 hours a day and, you know, wake up at 8 in the morning to get on my first hangout and go to bed at 12 o'clock at night because there's people, you know, in Hawaii that want me to do hangouts? Yeah, is it worth a sacrifice for 60 days or 90 days to raise my income by $6,000 a month? I don't know. I'm sure you guys can answer that question for yourselves. So, yeah, you know, really, that would probably be just even this year. I want most people to think about how bad do you want this? Would you be willing to work in a garage and stay with your parents-in-law? Why people go, why did you stay with them? Well, we're launching a company. You know, I can't take off 2 weeks to go find a home and then another week to set up my office. There's 3 weeks gone right there. I gotta hustle. I gotta do work. And then there's a lot of people are going, well, listen, soon as I get my stuff set up and soon as, well, summer's out, you know, the kids, as soon as that's over, you know, and everybody's putting stuff off to get it perfect versus just grabbing it and running, guys. Truly, truly. So that's, I'm sure a lot of people can just hear that story and go, okay, I got it. That takes a little bit of sacrifice.
Thank you. You know, watching you work all of that time is like, who would know? Who would know? You never complained. You never shared that with people. You just put your head down, you stayed focused, and you went to work. And you made yourself available for each and every one of us. So just another example of you being an incredible leader. Thank you so much. I love you.
Melody.
And thank you for sharing your time with us today. I really, really appreciate that. This time I want to welcome some of the new people to our team, and I know we have Mike here, Michael Meacham. So I want you guys to all reach out, find him on Facebook. He's really excited about checking out the information. Mike, do you want to come on and say hi to everybody? Just for a second.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mike. We can't see you, but
I have a face for phone.
Yeah, I highly. Okay, all right. Well, face for phones. It was funny. So, yeah, I want you to. This is our team call, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. Can you just in a sentence tell me what intrigued you to join Unlimited Profits?
The leadership.
Awesome. Awesome. And you're going to find out how much support everybody is here. And I'll tell you, that's the one thing that we hear all the time is, from people that were in other companies and tried other things, and they never got a live person, or they never got the support, and they never got the CEO or the master distributor like Robert Hollis Jr. to even spend any time with them, let alone get them to blink at them when they passed him in the hallway. So it's really, really cool, and I'm so excited for you. Thank you for joining us. I also want to welcome Albert and Jared to our family this week, and I'm really excited about them. I know that they're either watching on the participation link because they're either at work or going to have to watch this later. So everybody reach out. And when you see that they're welcomed, I know you're a great, great family that just reaches out and welcomes everybody, but truly, truly connect with them and be that support to them that you got when you were welcomed into the team. I know, Scott, you're on a time limitation here. I want to ask you, can you share just a couple of things that you had to sacrifice to be able to hit the second top income earner and unlimited profits? You there, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm actually about to leave, but I just want to go say that I really the internet. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was just gonna say that I'm leaving right now, but I wanted to go ahead and just encourage you guys that I had to sacrifice a lot just to hit black diamond. So just here to say that I'm still not done. I'm still being consistent, and I'm gonna go out there even more harder. And you better watch out because I'm coming through and I'm talking to everybody. So watch out because what I'm about to do is I'm not even done. I'm just looking for more people that are now getting quality people now. So I just want to go ahead and just say that, and I'm really happy for my team with Dina and Diane and Cindy. They're all talking to a lot of people, and I'm really excited about that. And that's pretty much all I have to say. I got to go right now, so you guys.
Thank you so much, Scott. So awesome. So what I want to do with you, because our subject matter today is how bad do you want it? And I know there are a few different groups of people that we have in our family. And one of those groups of people is, like I was in the very beginning. It wasn't about, oh, I'm going to make money. It was, I needed to work on me. And I made that commitment to myself to work on me through personal development this year with unlimited profits. And, and talking to Robert Hollis Sr. on the phone and asking him, will you please personally mentor me? And I know many of you heard the story before. And the one thing that Robert said to me was, Melody, I would love to. See, we were friends for, I don't know, 6, 7 years up to that point. And I had been following him and listening to him. And I was always on his calls and in his trainings. But something happened. And I was trying to explain this to Junior earlier. It wasn't until January of this year that I asked him to mentor me, and he said, Melody, you're going to have to do what I do to get the results that I got. And I'm like, well, that's no problem. I'll do whatever. Because, see, I was coming from the same situation that Robert came from in the beginning of his days when he was at broke and auto mechanic that couldn't go to work. I was desperate, guys. And I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm kind of seeing that it does. But I was really, really desperate. And I figured if I just copied and did did successfully even 10% of what he did, I was going to be that much better. I was going to be that much more ahead, even if I got that much of his success. So all I did, guys, is I wanted it. I needed it to happen for me. And like I said, it wasn't about the money at that point. It still isn't about the money. The money is great. Yeah, we need it. It's like oxygen we need to breathe, right? We all have to pay our bills, but we all have different responsibilities, and we all have different things in our lives that we need to take care of, and different things come up. So we have that one category of people that say, I want to just learn through the personal development. And that's great, because that's going to make you a better person. We also have another group of people with us that say, you know, I just need to make a few, you know, $100 extra a month so I can, you know, maybe pay down some bills or do things with my family that I can't afford to do. And that's great too. But I'm also looking at the group of people, and this is who I turned into, that wants that success so bad and needs it to happen, whether desperation or just you just want it to happen. But I needed it to happen, and I was watching some videos, and I know I've seen this video before, and possibly you have too, so I want to share this video with you. So hopefully I can do this successfully, because, you know, I'm not the techie person here. So I'm going to share this video with you because this really spoke to me. In fact, I was able to share this video with my son this morning, which really, really pleased me. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. Can somebody let me know if you can see my screen?
No, we can't see it yet.
Not yet?
Yep, there we can see it now.
Okay, cool. Hopefully this doesn't lag or anything. But this is, how bad do you want it, guys? Oops.
And the story is about, you guys have probably heard about this before. It was a young man who, you know, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? He told the guru, you know, I want to be on the same level you on. But the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. He like, the beach? I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow, 4 a.m. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out to the water, it goes waist deep. So he's like, this guy crazy. Adrian, like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He's making money, but he's crazy. He said, come on out a little further. Came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man, like, I'm about to go back in here. This guy is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, holding him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. I got you. I know you brushed it out, but I got you. He had him held down. I need you for an illustration. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. Somebody answer the question for me. He said, when you were underwater, what did you want to do? Live. I'm looking for a different word, though, than live. What's that word? He said, I wanted to breathe. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you're trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball games. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about he called you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by, she forgot she could eat. Because she was engaged. I'll never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie, I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep. He said, sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. So I got an opportunity to make the dream become a reality. Football players, how many football players? Got anybody like football in here? Raise your hand. Anybody football? Emmitt Smith. I used to be a Cowboy fan before they did my boy Tom Landry wrong. I used to be a Cowboy fan. And watch this, there was a commercial. Emmitt Smith had won his first Super Bowl, and he had this commercial when he was lifting weights. I don't know if you saw the commercial when he was lifting, and he said, Emmitt said, you know what? I won the Super Bowl, so I can rest now. Yeah, he was doing his bench press. So he said, I won the Super Bowl, so I can rest now. So he throws over about 325, boom. And he rests for about 2 seconds. And he, boom, boom, boom. Did you see that? He'd already won a Super Bowl. He said, I think I'm going to take a rest. And he rests for how long? 1 second. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. And I'm here to tell you today, if you got somebody came to my office the other day crying, I said, look, don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You're already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flip, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money. Because I got it in here.
Oops. And I had to get out of here. You guys still there?
Yep, we're here.
Okay, good. So I hope you guys heard that all right. You know, that it really spoke to me because I know that when we were talking earlier, Robert, you know, that, you know, I thought I was busy. I thought I was doing the work. I thought I was doing all the right things. But after I went through the training and I learned, oh, wait a minute, this is what I need to be doing. Not what I was doing. This is what I need to be doing. And I want you guys to understand, you guys can do this as fast or slow as you want to do it. But if you really want change, you have to do it. If you want change fast, like I made that personal commitment to myself to work on me, and I asked Robert to mentor me, and I felt like it was important for me to ask him verbally on the phone because he was my friend. Because I wanted him to know that I wanted to be held accountable to that. I wanted him to know that I respected his time, that I respected what he knew, and I wanted to know it. So do I put 100% into everything that I do? I try. I honestly try, guys, but I make lots of mistakes. But I gave up a lot too. And when I realized I needed to plug into the training and I wanted those results faster rather than slower, and many of you guys know, my son comes out here to visit me only one time a week. I get to see one of my children one time a week if he comes out here. And I'll tell you, I gave that up for my first 60 days. When he came out here, I was sitting here in front of the computer doing what I needed to do, putting into action what Unlimited Profits training said to do. And, you know, I gave up music. I love music. That's what keeps me going all the time. I gave up listening to music. I put in my earbuds first thing in the morning. I'm listening to Robert Hollis. I'm listening to a training. When I fall asleep at night, I'm listening to a training. I'm trying to do everything I can to become the better version of me. So no matter what I do, no matter what I decide to do with my life, whether I open a shoe store or I write a book or whatever it is, I know that I'm going to have the skills sharpened, needed to have success. And I know that if you guys do this too, you can. So I hope today's call really kind of spoke to you. I look forward to hearing from you all through the week. You guys all know that I'm here to help you. I'm so proud of you guys and watching our team grow. And, you know, like I say all the time, I'll run as fast or slow as you want to go. Love you guys. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today, and we'll see you when we see you.